Hey, tiny studies. Everybody likes them, right? So yeah, I recently found out this thing called tiny studies, I believe was it. I found out on a website called Control Paint, which is the website I've been using recently to understand perspectives, the principle of design and stuff like that. And yeah, under references or like I think it was principle design or something like that. I think it was the 5th course that it recommended me to do a tiny study. So this study is dedicated to learning colors especially. So by zooming out and just having a little canvas, it bogs you down from adding details and such and such. So I just want to get a basic composition of the designs and everything. Make sure the colors right, so there's no sketches. It's just really basics. So just add a color and do so. So something I did for mine was using multiple layers on Photoshop. So if you look at my layer 2, you can see I separated add the basic color of the sky and also the ocean. And look at my layer 3, I believe I begin to add a bit brown, mixing everything in. Yeah, adding the landmass and stuff like that before having the trees in the back. I tried to add the middle weird blob thing in the middle of the ocean, but apparently I wasn't able to do that good of a job for it, I guess. It looked freaking awful, and in the later stages I actually removed it. Well, I did actually using an opacity brush to add everything back in. Later on I added multiple brushes to make everything look clearer because a single opacity layer, unless you put a lot of time to actually blending everything together so the color doesn't exactly work that well, doesn't appear that sharp. So I prefer having multiple opacity layers and also a single opacity layer using opacity brushes. Usually doesn't end up that well as it looks really hollow and lacking detail for any shadow or anything that, so it's really hard to control. While using also hard brush, hard brushes I don't like them that much because it gives you too much a different shape, and also I'm not sure what to use with them. If you add the brush sensitivity to the size of the brush, it looks too line art worthy for painting. So you can see I've been testing out with a few brushes, with a linear brush and also a square brush at the beginning, I believe, with opacity turned on. I believe I also tried at the beginning with also the opacity, brush sensitivity charged to the size of the brush with the opacity changed off, which gives it really line looking thing, which I didn't like it that much. At this point in the drawing, as you can see, I got a basic outline of the hues or the rocks done. I decided not to include the people in the background because too tiny of detail I cannot do in a tiny study. So yeah, I decided to take some liberties with it. I don't like the color of the water because I think it bleeds in too well with the sky. I also want to add some mystical look to it, so I added a bit of purple into my thing. You can see I try to cheat a bit. It's a bad habits, I know. Try to zoom in a bit to see the water details. I zoom it out. So at this point I try to add some lighting, I guess I should say. Lighting into the background that highlights the surfaces of where the sun is setting and the darker areas where the sun is not hitting. I try to drag the water across the rocks, which is not an original painting. I can't help myself. I just really bad referencing, copying things. They can see bad habits. I'll try to zoom in. Silly bastard. Bad bastard. So yeah, this is my second time I'm attempting digital painting. It's actually a lot funner than I actually originally assumed. It's actually not as stressful as you might think, but yeah, once you get habits of it, it actually becomes slightly more carefree, I guess. So you can see I added more details to my stuff. You can see a bit of my song stuff I was listening to, but I was adding a bit more details to the background trees and stuff like that. So at this point, just adding detail, I add a tree trunk across the water, bridging the water between the surfaces. I add some moss and also add some extra rocks and birds that was not there in the original painting. But I tried to add what's represented in the painting instead of what is literally. And at this point, you notice me just zooming in so closely to the painting, just trying to cheat off. Freaking cheater. So I just checking through the layers and stuff like that to see how the layers affect them, and see if the final layers adds a lot more detail and clarification. At this point I'm actually using my computer laptop, just the screen of my laptop to draw it. So I have no drawing tablet, I just end up using my screen tablet or my pen basic X Pen decode one drawing tablet. Just a basic laptop from school that costs like $400. So yeah, it does the job, right? So yeah, just testing out colors and spelling appearance and stuff. I try to add a bit of the ground color into the ocean water, and also a little bit of the blue from the ocean, from the water to the ground, to make the bit of the reflection that you normally see in real life, to make it more realistic. So at this point, just finalizing a bit of colors, just adding a bit of detail. Yeah, adding the tiny touches of relief within the clouds, the cloudy skies, and basically capture the mood of like the mountain area. So at this point, I almost finished, and yeah, that's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.